how else can we achieve or push back or fight against hookup culture without shaming people for engaging in this conduct that we want to stop?
By agreeing on social networks like X that this is not.
Yeah, we're not going to
beneficial.
kumbaya. I'm not going to kumbaya my way into
You
like
said
getting
socially.
a woman to stop being a.
Right, but you said
It has to
socially.
be social shaming.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Communicating on a social network,
Right.
whether someone will feel.
But you said you
shamed.
object to the shaming. But
Right.
But
Well,
by
but you
your
can
own
feel-
definition, you just said hookup culture is
But
bad.
you can feel.
So you're in
different
favor of
things.
shaming, right?
There's different things.
How else do we end if hookup culture bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you prefer it for there to not be a hookup culture?
No, I think that's vital. And
Wait, hookup culture is vital?
like I said, I was on the fence at first,
Wait,
but
what?
it is bad.
So it's
but
bad?
It's
Okay, so
yeah,
how
it's
do we end it?
It's one of those necessary evils
What do you mean necessary? It's not necessary.
because you learn a lot about.
Wait, f***ing a new person every day of the week is not vital.
It's not. I'm saying the culture itself, being aware of it. You don't even have to participate in it to be aware of hookup culture and learn from it.
I think it starts with the guy.
Wait, hold on. But so, okay.
I think it starts with the men.
Go ahead.
Because you guys are able to things every day, right? So with
Only-
us women, we're
hold
like,
on.
we're allowing that to happen.
Well, actually, like only the top % of men can do that. Most
Right.
men don't have access to
no,
hookup culture.
it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy.
Disagree, but hold on.
I think it's easier
we'll,
for
We'll
women.
get to that.
But to-
So we'll get to that.
Well, that's
Hold
my
on.
point.
Hold
It's
on.
easier for women. It's because they
hold
want
on.
to do that
Hold
every
on.
day with different girls.
Don't talk about me. Don't talk about me. But so,
I
okay.
said they.
Well, you were pointing at me.
Men, my bad.
So okay. So first off,
Mm-hmm.
any single woman, every single woman,
Oh.
whether she's obese, whether she's extremely unattractive, has access to hookup culture. You
What is
cannot
that?
say-
What is
hold
that?
on, hold on. Let me
Hookup
finish.
culture.
Let me
What is that?
finish my point. Very few men, when I say very few, I mean percentage-wise, have access to hookup culture. Most men do not have access to hookup culture.
Which means that they could get a girl for the night.
So like, let's say here, can we agree on this? And I think this is actually kind of, this is conservative. Hookup culture would be a girl sleeping with one new guy a month.
That's what you think hookup culture is?
That would be 12 different sexual partners a year. There's women who are clearly more promiscuous than that, but I think that would be a good benchmark, right? Most men can't a new girl every single month.
They're f***ing them every single day.
What are you talking about?
Men could f*** a different girl every single
Yeah, so
day
when
and
you
be
say-
okay.
yeah,
You
when you
just
say
told me
men-
that you could do a Victoria's Secret with
What?
Down syndrome model.
Hold on.
And her grandma.
How is that at all relevant?
They want to, but they
hold on,
can't.
Hold on. So,
He can probably do that
so,
if he
No, not
wanted
my
to.
grandma, that's for sure.
but okay. The
Not
point
your
I'm trying to
grandma.
make here is that all
Maybe.
women, every single woman has access to hookup culture.
That's not true. How many
Yes.
women feel that? Can you go out and get
What's her
dick
body
one
count?
night?
Wow.
That's not
What's her body count?
That's not the question.
What's her body count?
No more than 120.
How much is it?
No more than 120.
Oh shit.
120.
She could get it.
Okay.
She's getting it.
I'm not saying this to be mean. Her male looks equivalent does not have a 120 body count.
Her what?
Her male looks equivalent does not have a body count of 120.
Says who?
Says me.
Well, that's where it's wrong because a lot of ugly people, especially ones with like, a lot of people could do that.
What does that mean?
I'm in my head way differently. I'm in my head way
A
differently.
lot of people have 6 shooters and they're pointing them up in the air. They get high body counts, Brian. Come on.
Aliens.
You
Wait,
didn't know
so okay. What do you even? I don't understand what's your
Well,
point?
you said go back to what you said. About the 120 thing.
Okay, so her male looks equivalent
Would it-
would not have a body
Guy
count.
that looks like me. Like
won't
if I
have
was a
120
guy,
girls?
yeah,
Do you have a brother?
I do.
How many
yes.
brothers do you have?
I have one.
Do you know his body count? How old is he?
He's 31 or 32.
He's older than you. Does he have a higher body count than you?
Probably not.
I don't know if you talk about this with your bro.
No, this is some California. In
No,
New
no,
York,
no,
there's ugly
zip it.
guys with a lot of good swag that are bitches.
Okay, cool, but they have swag. What percentage of men have swag?
Around me, they do. What's going on around
What do you
here?
mean about?
She said around her.
What?
Around me.
Around her.
Around me, they do.
What percentage of men you think have game or charisma or riz or swag? It's like probably less than 10%.
No.
Most men.
You guys have
don't.
game. The New Yorkers, they have game. At least I'm saying
Most
75%.
men don't have-
75% of guys back in New York have game. They do.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've
They
ever heard.
do. They
So
do.
you're fucking 75% of men?
Absolutely not. How did you get one from the other?
What do you mean? If they have
I was on a
the
farm in
game-
Missouri for like 6
Well,
months.
what makes you, because you're born in New York, have more game than the rest of the country?
I think it's because we're used to seeing so many different cultures, so we're just with the
What?
shit more. Like in New York City,
What?
I'm able to see all different kinds of people. Or
What
like,
does that have to do with the game?
I think it's just more of a melting pot. So I'm able to see Italian men. I'm able to see Indian men. I'm able to see all different kinds of genres and all, or like, girls admit it.
Genres?
Greek guys are hot in their own way,
Science
right?
Fiction?
Black guys are hot in their own way. White guys are hot in their own way, right?
Yeah.
So in New York, we're able to get all of it in one thing and put it
What does that
together.
have to do
LA
with
is pretty
game?
similar.
LA's
to
probably
Melbourne.
similar
That makes
too,
sense.
I would say. But you get what I'm saying. It's a
I
melting
don't
pot.
get what you're saying at all, but
I wouldn't
so
You
say
never do.
75% of guys
Wait.
have swagger though.
So in highly diverse areas, men should, by this logic, have more game.
Yeah. Well, it's either one or the other, I think. Because if I go to Greece and find a hot guy from Greece and he's only Greek, that's pretty hot too to me. So, but in New York, when you're around all the kind of different things, it's cool
Damien,
to
can you
or it's
close the
refreshing
door?
to see other people involved in so many different things.
I'm sorry, is New York more diverse than LA?
I mean, I'm
I would say
not.
they're about the
I
same.
don't know. I'm not from LA. I don't know nothing about
think
it.
that New York is more diverse than Los Angeles. Are you saying that men
Maybe
in
not.
Los Angeles have a lot of game?
Well, you guys are saying they don't.
No, I'm not saying anything. I'm asking you the question.
I
are
wouldn't
you
know. I
saying
never
that
dated
men in-
anybody from LA.
Okay, hang on. Let me ask the question. If it's based on diversity equals game because you see so many different races or whatever, different cultures, ethnicities. I mean, Los Angeles is about as ethnically diverse as a city can get. Are you saying that the men in Los Angeles then have as much game as the men in New York?
I mean, I think it's obviously people's preference, but I'm going with New York. So, what do you guys
Okay,
say?
but if it's just as diverse, then it couldn't be the diversity that gives the New Yorkers more game, right? That wouldn't make any sense.
Maybe not. Maybe just the coast then.
I don't think diversity have anything to do with games.
So just like if there's an ocean,
I-
ocean closer to you, you're better at women. Like,
There's
that's
different
the-
oceans. There's the Atlantic and the
Yeah, I know. So if you, I know, but LA is pretty close to the Pacific, right? It's like, so the question is like, so just proximity to ocean means better at women?
It has nothing to do with the ocean.
What does it have to do with then?
I just think that it's good for there's sheltered people and there's people who are not sheltered. I'd rather be with a man that's not sheltered so much. That's more diverse. So that's just my preference. I'm not saying there's a right or wrong to it.
Right. Okay. I think what we're getting at, whatever, is when you made the claim that 75% of men have good riz, you're going off an analysis of New York and the diverse men that you've met, and you've come to the conclusion that a majority of men, because you met a majority of men
In New York.
have riz.
Yeah.
So basically, I think what he's saying is, well, shouldn't you be basing that based on the
Ocean?
area of those men, instead of like, if you met one black guy, right, in New York, and you're like, oh, he has good game, it doesn't mean a lot more black guys have game, is what he's saying. He just means like that, maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, that this area, you should speak upon the area that you're referring to instead of a percentage of the entire male population,
No,
is what
no,
they're
no,
saying.
no, that's not what I'm saying. So I'll be super specific.
Ooh.
Right? So if you make a claim, men in X area, right, they are better at humping women than men in other X area, right? It's like, okay, I can accept that that's true, but why? Well, it's because there's a big diverse cast of people in X area. That's what makes men better at humping women in X area. Well, then if I point to another area where there's just as much diversity, it would logically follow then that men in that same area would be just as good at humping women as they are in the other area you're talking about, right? Am I speaking Spanish? Maybe I'm speaking Spanish.
Maybe.
Maybe I'm speaking. Okay, let me dumb this down, right? If people are in New York are really good at f***ing because there's lots of mixed race people.
That's not what
then
I was
anywhere
saying.
we looked where there's mixed race people, they should be good at f***ing.
I wasn't saying that they're good
women.
at f***ing. I said that they were good at getting. They were good. They're good at getting it.
Rizzing, yeah.
Getting what?
Pussy.
So f***ing.
There's two different things. You could get it.
Okay,
and then
I'm
it's
sorry.
Like, then you
They're
actually
good at getting women to f*** them. So then, if any area where there's tons and tons of mixed race, multi-ethnic people, that means that men are
I'm
good
not
at
saying
getting
any
women
area.
to f*** them. Then that would mean that in every area where there was multi-ethnic race people, that men would be good at getting women to f*** them. It should follow, right? That if in one area men are really good at getting women to have sex with them because it's so diverse, then in every area that is diverse, it should follow that men are good at getting women to sleep with them.
I guess that I was just surprised. I guess that Brian said that it's not a normal thing for guys to be getting pussy easily, because when in New York they don't say that. I don't think. I mean, I can't talk for guys,
You don't think
but
that New Yorkers say I went out and got some pussy last night?
that's
They
what
most
that's
certainly
what
do.
that's what my point
They sure
is.
do.
Yeah, that's my point. That's my point. That's what they're saying. They're not saying what Brian said, saying that they're not getting it. That it's hard to get. It's very easy.
No, I mean, there's tons of complaints from New Yorkers